Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com. We're still in the Delano, not Delano. I get confused. It's getting late in the VMworld week, Paul. Paul, what did you get here for VMworld?
I came in Monday and I leave tonight, so I make my trip.
Oh, that's pretty tight and
Yep, short and sweet. Get my work done and get out of here.
Huh. So we're continuing the conversations. We've had some great interviews. Chris Wolf, Global CTO, Field CTO, VMware. Yingbing Li, the SVP of Storage and Availability. We've had the CEO of Rubrik, the CEO of Cohesity, now the founder of NetVPro. So pretty good company, Paul.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
You're doing well for yourself.
Yeah, thank you. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Speaking of who you know, I think I met you for the first time. Was it at the first? We met before. Did we meet before the Rubrik Camp Rubrik?
We did.
Yeah.
We met in Chicago.
Right.
At some competitions conference to Rubrik.
That's fine. It's Veeam. We met at the Veeam conference. People who see me at shows, they see me tweet. Hey, I go to other conferences.
Yeah.
But they're a great VMware partner. And one of the things that got us saying that, we need to do a CTO dose together is Veeam introduced this solution in which they are tackling DR. And DR is one of the core businesses that your company, NetVPro, offers.
That is correct.
So talk to me first about NetVPro, what it is you guys do in your offerings.
So I founded NetVPro 8.5 years ago, and part of that was disaster recovery as a service. And I didn't realize it was disaster recovery as a service because
right.
I was just, hey, customer asked me to house their replications on Capella and SAM. And I thought, sure, I'll do that.
Right.
That's what I do is I say yes to my customers.
That's a good way. That's a good way to get customers and keep them.
Yes, it is. So my yes is how I default. Except when it's at home, then I say no.
So DR as a service is one of the initial offerings. So tell me, what's unique about NetVPro's DR as a service offering, and what's the target client?
So our target client really is the 1 to 2 man IT shops. Mm-hmm. They wear many hats and they can't really be an expert in any one thing. And that's where NetVPro steps in. We have subject matter experts in certain areas where we can augment and make them the rock star of their business. And part of that offering, like you alluded to, is when Veeam came out with that Cloud Connect, I knew that was going to be a game changer. So, I mean, literally that weekend when they announced it, I built it in my environment. I was already running Compellent and VMware, so it was an easy deployment for me to do, and we've been off and running with that. So the part of the value proposition that VPro brings is it's in a private data center owned by NetVPro. I don't own the data center. I own the equipment in the data center.
So, you're in colo locations with equipment in those colos.
That is correct.
And what tier of colos? Like what the?
Generally, they're tier 2, tier 3. I mean,
right.
we're not too worried about.
It's a DR location.
It is a DR location.
And you're targeting 1 to 2 man IT shops. Yeah. So that automatically puts you in a class of client-size customer where tier 2, tier 3 data centers make sense for their business.
Correct. But we are working on we're CGIS compliant, so we're working with the Sheriff's Department to get their data off-site. So we're ratcheting that offering up another level.
Wow. Yeah. So one of the things why I wanted to have you on is that before I decided to go to VMware, you kept trying to ping me at the Veeam. Keith, I know you're kind of looking. here's an opportunity to make some extra money.
Yeah.
And, I kind of like, Paul, I'm really busy. I have to, I'm doing, I'm in my basement doing these videos. And, that takes an awful lot of time. No, actually, I was traveling a lot right after Veeam. I think I was home for about 3 days over a period of a month. But when I did talk to you, it was a really interesting opportunity. Basically, you're looking to franchise NetVPro?
I'm looking to franchise. I've already expanded from Minnesota to Wisconsin and North Dakota, and I'm really focused on trying to hit the Illinois market, the Chicago. So that's why when I met you, I'm like, I really wanted somebody like you.
Right.
Obviously, you're not available anymore, but if somebody thinks they could be the next Keith Townsend, that's who I'm looking for.
So as Keith Townsend, I do a lot of different things. Like what's unique and specific to the skill set you're looking for and the opportunity?
So I originally thought, I was looking for more people like myself, but I'm kind of unique. Is I'm very technical, but I can actually possibly communicate a little bit, and I'm actually kind of changed my realm, and it's more towards a salesperson. It's business development, it's creating that relationship, but I want you to own that relationship. So part of what I'm saying is it's in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
So let's talk about that not by yourself piece.
Okay.
A lot of the challenge of running your own business. I've run a business. The CTO advisor. I have to create, a product catalog, all the infrastructure around delivering that product.
Yep.
And then there's the obvious parts that you see, the sales, support, etc. As people look and think about this opportunity, what parts do you provide versus the sweat equity, so to speak, that the person considering the opportunity have to do?
That's a really good question. So we're going to provide the back end services. So the help desk, tier 1 help desk, I have a fantastic group of guys that pick up the phone and they're on it. We're going to provide the billing. We're going to provide accounts payable. We have a whole ton of marketing material. We've been in business for 8.5 years, so we've amassed a large library of marketing material. And so exactly what you're talking about is, the services are already ready to go. We just need to get somebody out there that can talk to people and build that relationship, and we will fulfill the orders for them.
So this is akin to a traditional franchise storefront. The ops is done it's fully baked. It's a business that has proven itself. You're in a couple of different data centers. You're in a couple of different geographic areas. Like how many customers do you have directly now?
We have over 100 customers directly.
Wow. So customers are varying in size. Do you have an idea of how much data you're protecting?
We're protecting almost 100 terabytes of data.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even realize how big NetVPro is. I actually have a staff of 15 people now.
Wow.
So it just grows.
So
it's starting to snowball. That's what's happening. We hit that snowball effect.
So with a business that size, if I'm looking at opportunities, if I'm a network administrator, if I'm a network engineer, architect, and I'm looking for some side money, how big of a commitment is this? Is this side money? Is this full time? I'm going to have a staff of 15 people at some point myself.
Yeah, well, anything's possible.
Right.
But the time commitment is really up to you of how much time you want to put into it, and that's what you'll get out of it. A lot of engineers, I've run across, they do take, people come to them and say, can you help me with this? And they make some side money. But what I'm after showing them is the recurring revenue piece of disaster recovery as a service, the managed network as a service, security as a service. They can do more with that relationship they already have and get a recurring check.
So if they're doing like network break fix for a small company that has either no IT or 1 or 2 people, you're like, your DR is broken or non-existent, and you're primarily a vSphere shop or, God forbid, some other hypervisor. We won't get into any of. There is no other hypervisor other than vSphere.
Yeah. Since we're at the VMworld conference, yes.
This is an opportunity for them to get recurring revenue from people that already trust them to to do
correct.
some high end, whether it's architecture or work today.
Yep, that is correct.
So, Paul, if somebody wanted to find out about this opportunity, how do they reach out to you? Like basic question.
Basic questions. My phone number is 920-883-9162. I'm on Twitter. My website's netvpro.com. We have live chat. So anyway, send some smoke signals. I will respond.
So, Paul, while I wasn't able to take advantage of this opportunity, I hope this makes us even.
Oh, yeah,
that
always.
I got you on the CTO
Yes.
dose, and hopefully we create opportunity about community. The CTO advisor, CTO dose is first about community, helping to extend the careers of anyone from the network engineer and architect up to the CIO, CTO, and make and create opportunity, connect organizations with organizations. So, fulfilling that mission. Until the next CTO dose, you can follow me on the web, thectoadvisor.com. You can see these videos. We created a lot of content from VMworld. You can view that content on ctodose.com. Talk to you on Twitter @CTOadvisor.